Wrestling has more than one royal family. Acknowledge me.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrestling Crossroads. As always, I'm one half your dynamic duo, Twisted, alongside Brother Pyro.
Hey, guys!
And today we are talking WWE Fastlane.
What up, what up, what up?
So, do you want to get us started or should I?
Go ahead.
All right. Starting us off, we have the Undisputed Tag Team Championships on the line. Judgment Day's Damian Priest and Finn Balor take on Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. I never thought I'd see this combination ever, unless it was in like a, 6-man tag match.
Right.
Because you never think about the Usos ever breaking up, but this is like the first pay-per-view they're really split.
This will be the first time he challenges for the tag titles without his brother.
Yes. And this will be, I believe, the 5th time Cody Rhodes will challenge for the tag titles with somebody different.
I want to point out that the last time he challenged for the tag titles, he was under the moniker Stardust.
He was in the moniker Stardust. That was 9 years ago with his brother.
Yeah, buddy.
So, and I mean, this, like I said, this being his 5th partner overall, he's had, Hardcore Holly,
Ted DiBiase, Damien Sandow.
Yep, Damien Sandow.
His brother,
and now Jey Uso. So I'm really,
I still love that in the record books, it will show that he beat himself for the tag titles. When he won the titles with Ted DiBiase. So, quick history lesson for you. So, when he came into the business, he was teamed with Hardcore Holly.
Mm-hmm.
They won the tag titles.
Yes.
At Night of Champions later that year,
yes,
Ted DiBiase had a mystery partner.
Okay.
They go to start the match. They're like, oh, you gotta defend basically by yourself because your partner isn't here. Lo and behold, Cody Rhodes was his mystery partner. Turning on Hardcore Holly that night and essentially beating, in the record books, it shows Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes defeat Hardcore Holly and Cody Rhodes for the tag titles. He is the only man to beat himself for a title put. The tag titles. I find that hilarious. How did you not know that?
I did not, but I probably should have realized it considering I have, an Excel of every single...
Exactly why I asked how you did not realize that.
I didn't because it was probably like 2 a.m. while I was pregnant with baby Crossroads, so...
That's fair.
All right. So going to our...
it all the time too, though.
Not really, honestly. They don't talk about it. You don't really talk about it, so... No. All right. Going into our predictions, we have you, Desario, and Hex all choosing Judgment Day, where Flash and I are going against the grain and choosing Cody and Jey.
Okay.
Your reasonings first.
Well, I'm going to give you my reasonings because they tie into both
Hex
and Hex's reasoning.
Okay.
So, I am on the same side as Hex, where I see a lot of outside interference because it's Judgment Day.
Yes.
They can never do this on their own, which is great. Heel work. However, I'm also going to now argue Desario's point, because again, I see where he's coming from, and I also agree. I don't see them losing to a non-traditional, non-already established
team.
This is the first time they're really teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them actually dropping the titles to not an actual tag team.
Okay. So on the flip side with, obviously me speaking for me and Flash, you've had Jey Uso that has been in a tag team since he's been in WWE.
Exactly.
So he knows how to work a tag team match.
Yes, he does.
He knows how to win titles.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes, being, say he wins this tonight, will be a 5-time tag team champion. So he knows how to win titles.
I swore he's won it more than once with a couple of those partners.
I'm just saying, not an established tag team. 5 different times. So both of these men have what it takes to win the titles. Would I like to see the Judgment Day drop the titles to a team that's not necessarily established? No. Do I believe that Cody and Jey have what it takes to overtake the Judgment Day? Yes.
I do think that if it does happen,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good step in the in the main event Jey Uso redemption story arc that we're getting.
Yes.
But again,
And
do I
then-
see it happening? No.
All right. Well, take us into our next one.
6-man tag match. LWO. Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar with a mystery partner to be determined versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Now, anybody that pays attention to social media, like right after SmackDown went on air, the rumors went flying. During the day before the show, it pretty much got confirmed. Mystery partner more or less announced to be Carlito. It's funny because Desario actually, when I asked him who he thought it would be, stated, I think it's going to be Carlito before, anything actually got announced that it would confirm that.
Yeah. Okay.
So good on you, Desario, for calling the right prediction, but then again, it was probably super blatantly obvious because that's the only other member of the LWO left. Due to Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde being injured, they needed to find their fill-in.
Yes.
So again, it's a 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, dry throat. With myself, Hex, and Desario going Team Heel and going Lashley and the Profits.
Yes.
You and Flash
Choosing
picking the LWO. Why?
Yeah. You kind of have Carlito as that one in the background, and I don't see them having him lose coming back for just this one little match.
Okay.
So, with him being their mystery partner, I see them being the ones to pick up the win. I don't see it being Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. However, if it was any other member, like if they actually had Joaquin Wilde or Cruz, I could see LWO taking the L.
Okay.
Definitely. And your reasoning for yours?
All right. So my reasoning is just I want to see how they progress Lashley and the Profits as a team.
The new Hurt Business type deal.
And personally, I'm not mad about it. I think it's the career move that the Profits needed.
Yes.
I think it continues to keep Lashley relevant because he's in this, second coming to the WWE. As in the last couple years, he's done a really good job of keeping himself relevant and present and overall, unlike his first run, not really being overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I am happy.
Okay.
That he is getting this shine.
All right. And that's your reasoning, more or less, just kind of see how they kind of go with it?
Yes.
Okay. Jumping into our next match, we have WWE Women's Championship on the line in a triple threat. IYO SKY defends against Asuka and Charlotte Flair. Entirely unanimous on our end. Everybody picking IYO SKY to retain. I see a lot of interference with damage control on the outside. And I see that being the reason.
It's funny because that's exactly what me and Hex said.
Yeah, I definitely
when we were talking about it when I was getting her prediction, she was like, I see her winning due to outside interference. Desario's Desario has the funniest reaction, and I'm gonna read his text word for word. Women's title. I hope they all lose because of the lackluster build. But if you're going story for the future, IYO retains to start a feud with a returning Kairi Sane if those rumors have been confirmed. Okay. Or if those rumors ever get confirmed that she's coming back.
I don't see Charlotte Flair winning this one because I see them possibly building something between her and Jade Cargill if they could.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Even if they're on the same brand, even if it starts at
Rumble.
From
what I read, they will be opposite brands. Okay. Jade will be Raw, SmackDown as Charlotte. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. I think Jade, being a newbie to the WWE system. Yes. Just because Charlotte is of the pedigree that she is, she should take a build to then conquer the Queen.
I don't say that she conquers her right away, but I could see that's what I'm saying. Stint at Royal Rumble.
But throughout, up until we get the big payoff, you see the little seeds. Easter eggs or seeds planted.
Yes, I would love that.
But you don't go full storyline
No.
until a little later in the career. But that way you can see, oh, this was long-term booking, long-term planning. And again,
which is something that WWE actually needs to get better at. Surprisingly, I say AEW is better at their long-term.
And even
story.
then, that's questionable.
Yeah,
questionable.
It
But
depends.
also, again, if you want to start, focusing on your younger talent and building for your future as a company,
yeah,
you definitely IYO is the right direction because Charlotte's been around for about a decade.
Yeah.
Or almost a decade. Asuka's been around forever. Both are getting, all of them are getting older, but they're getting significantly older
than the women that are coming in.
Than in IYO. I do love that, Bailey's not really involved in the title picture because, again, she's been around forever. She's getting older. She's just playing mentor role right now.
Yeah.
And I think
great.
it is great for her. Mm-hmm. If Dakota Kai could stay injured, and we could say the same thing about her.
You mean healthy?
Yes. Could stay off the injury list. We could say the same thing about her. Perfect build of younger talent. Because you know what? You're at a point where certain stars you're not going to have as available as frequently. So now you got to start.
It's kind of like our next match.
Who's taking over when they're out? Who do we phase in as they start to walk out that door?
Yeah, that's exactly like our next match you're going to take us into.
John Cena teaming with the megastar LA Knight. Yeah! To take on the Bloodline of Solo Sikoa and Jimmy, who has yet to actually be confirmed whether or not he's officially back in. I think this is kind of his, hey, Roman, can we make this happen, please? But I am going to enjoy this because you know what? Again, they're doing exactly what I just talked about.
Yes.
They're starting to help bring in the better talent, the younger talent, not better, but younger.
Younger talent, yes.
And even then, LA Knight is up there in age, but he's going to be a more frequent presence than his tag partner, John Cena.
Yes.
Because you know what? The strikes in Hollywood have started to end.
Yeah, so Cena's
which means
ready
we
to
will
pack
be
up and leave
Cena again to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Who better to take his role right now? Who better to phase in for him as Cena starts to fade out than LA Knight?
No, I totally agree.
But also, I can say the same thing about the Bloodline. Because who better, as, the Usos get up there in age and in their tenure, as Roman gets up there in his tenure, he's already barely around as is.
Which is a joke.
Who better to continue that family legacy than the younger brother being Solo?
And possibly, they're talking about Umaga's son coming in.
And even then, younger talent.
Yeah.
Longer family. You can continue the family pedigree, the family storyline. Mm-hmm. The more you feed into those younger Samoans.
Yeah.
The
one Samoan we need to keep out of any picture of this is Nia Jax, please.
But I'm just saying, you're doing a real good job of funneling in what you need to continue to help your brand, your company build and assure that it's going to continue for years to come.
I agree.
And I love that they're doing it. Going into predictions, unanimous, Cena, Knight, picking up the dub against the Bloodline.
Yeah. I mean, I there's honestly no explanation needed for any of this as to, why we believe that they should win, because in my mind, it's kind of obvious, personally. I mean, do you agree with me?
I mean, yes, and I do love that Desario, specifically, first off went them because he went really heel heavy this show.
Yes, he did. I tend to see that.
But he also sees the progression of now what's going to be two storylines within this one match.
Yeah, I definitely agree. All right. Our main event, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Seth Rollins defends against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match that Shinsuke asked for. This feud has been going on for at least 2 months now. Our last pay-per-view, Rollins was obviously victorious. Shinsuke then attacking him after with this newfound heelism in himself and saying, I deserve this championship. I deserve to be on top. I'm going to break you and you're going to go home to your wife and kid. And that is pretty much it. And this is how I'm going to break you. Last man standing match. You're not getting up. I got everything covered on that one?
Pretty much.
Yep. All right. So just about unanimous with Desario, and I know we're going to get to his reasoning in a bit, standing out, choosing Shinsuke, we all went Seth Rollins.
Yep.
And Desario's reasoning for choosing Shinsuke.
And I can see his reasoning.
Okay.
Given the stipulation, if they don't give it to Shinsuke, you might as well just release him because he's DOA upon being a viable contender for any major championship at this point. So if he doesn't, you know what? I don't see any wrong with that assessment. Think about it. You've put him in this title. You've put him in the title picture before.
Yeah, against Styles,
Roman, Rollins. This isn't the first time he's been in the main event picture, and somehow, some way, they haven't pulled that trigger. At this point, if you don't pull that trigger, you have completely wasted him, completely killed any reputable argument you can have to make him a main event contender again. Mm-hmm. He is DOA, dead on arrival. Yeah. At this point, as a viable contender, and I don't see, and there is no recovering from that, so you might as well. And again, I love that Desario basically said, give it to him and release him. Because at that point,
you need him to go to some place that's actually going to utilize him for what he is.
Because, at this point, it's kind of like that old dog that, is well past its prime and living in misery. Mm-hmm. At some point, you gotta put him down. You gotta take him out back and put him down. Yeah. And that's exactly what will happen that's exactly what needs to happen if Nakamura is not victorious tonight.
All right. And the rest of us obviously choosing Seth. We think he's got a lot more fight in him. We think he's going to be the one that's going to continue this reign. I personally, I don't see I see the build. I see that this would be the perfect time for Shinsuke, but I just personally myself and my love for Seth, I don't see Shinsuke being the guy.
I'm gonna quote Hex in her reasoning. Seth always finds a way to pull it off.
He does. Even when he was the architect, even when he was what was after the architect?
The Visionary.
The Visionary. He's found a way each and every time, whether it be underhanded tactics or actually doing it clean. He has found a way to pull it off. And I believe, I agree with Hex, totally. I'm assuming your reasoning is entirely the same as
more like he always finds a way to pull it off. And honestly, mm-hmm. I'd hate to say, we also have to think about the threat that also lies in the back. The X factor that is
his back.
Judgment Day.
Well, there is Judgment Day, yes.
Damian Priest, Mr. Money in the Bank.
And I kind of forget about him sometimes.
Here's the thing. This is the other reason I am picking Seth. Say match ends.
Yeah.
Cash in.
Okay.
Who would you rather he cash in on? Because I'm sorry, I'd hate for that. I'd rather
for Shinsuke to win it
just to have him get cashed in on right away. Because then you just what was the point?
I agree.
Rollins would be the more believable cash in. You can still play into the injured back. He just went through that match.
Yeah, and last man standing matches are the hard-hitting ones, yeah.
Why build Shinsuke to win that match if you're just going to take it away from him in a matter of 30 seconds?
And at the same time...
And that's if the cash-in happens.
At the same time, you could make a viable argument for the fact of cash-in comes after Shinsuke wins, because nobody can understand Shinsuke on the mic. It's the same reason Asuka got off. It's the same reason they have Bayley with IYO. None of them really can speak.
Asuka's achieved more main roster success than Shinsuke.
That is very surprising, especially since they both won the Royal Rumble the same year.
Yes. Both lost that same year, but somehow Asuka has managed to gain more success on the main roster than Shinsuke.
Well, I think that if they didn't make Asuka lose that year at Mania against Charlotte, then she was never going to lose that streak. There was nobody else at that time.
It was the Goldberg effect. It was the Goldberg effect of WCW.
Okay.
Goldberg literally ran through everybody. Until they finally put him up against somebody that was like, all right, this is believable. This is a viable L.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but there was nobody at that time hotter than Charlotte Flair, and nobody that would have been believable to give her first L.
That's what I was saying.
Outside of Charlotte.
That's what I was saying is there was nobody that could have given her that L aside from Charlotte, because if Charlotte had lost,
I was going to say the only
we'd
difference,
still be going.
Oh, yeah, no. The only difference I see is this.
Yeah.
Goldberg won the title before he took that first L.
Mm-hmm. But
Asuka did not.
No, she
But
didn't.
I think that was the better booking call.
Yeah, I mean, if she had stayed with her winning streak, I don't say that you could have had anybody else take the time, have her take the L2 until we got the man Becky Lynch.
Yeah, and even then, that was still at least 6 months away.
Yeah, I think that was more than 6 months away because we didn't get the man that long ago. We got it right before the pandemic, so that was 2019.
No, we got the man going into Mania 35.
Okay, yeah, we just had 39?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
would have been, and we got her we got the man right before SummerSlam. Or right before Survivor Series that year.
Yeah.
So it would have been like 6-7 months.
Yeah. So I feel like it's such a bigger gap and everything.
Yeah.
But all right, that is our card and our predictions for WWE Fastlane. You guys enjoy the pay-per-view tonight, and we will see you for our recap later.
All right.